Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. Live Arena's live. So it's my first impression, my first day of Live Arena, and I wanted to share my first thoughts and basic strategies with you. My first impression because I wasn't part of the beta. So I have recordings from my phone and tablet where I'm playing it on my in-game account and then on my mid-game Acresia account, and I wanted to show you the view from both accounts actually. So we'll see how an in-game account deals with it and how a mid-game account deals with it. I'll show you the recording, speed through them because it's long. It's long and painful. So before we dig into the video, I'll give you my thoughts. Towards the middle, I'll tell you the basic strategies that I think would be useful for you climbing up there. This is a new mode of the game. Thank you, Dave. Groundbreaking news. Yeah. But why I'm saying it's a completely new mode from everything else inside the game, Doom Tower Hard, Iron Twins, Sand Devil, whatever. Because for all the other content, and probably that's why I got into the game in the first place, you choose when you want to do the content. If you're stuck on a Doom Tower Hard boss, high level, you just leave it till after work when you're lying on the couch, just having a drink, and then you give it a couple of tries and you pass it. So there is no time pressure to do something at a specific time through the day. Like for example, in this video, what you'll see is that I was recording this on my phone. I was working at the same time, half distracted. So what happened there? I thought I can grab a couple of minutes and do this. No, it needs your focus. You're facing, even I did the mistake a couple of times thinking that I'm facing the game AI because we're not used to facing other players. So the thing is, this is time consuming and time bound. So you have to be on playing the game at a certain times to do this. So I guess I won't be doing this actively. Of course, it's open in multiple windows per day. So you might be able to skip because those tokens, the 5 tokens per day and the refill or whatever, if you can get it, you can do these towards like your night time if this is the time you usually play the game. But it's an additional thing. It's interactive against other players. It's time consuming, especially I'll show you a couple of screenshots. So it won't be my favorite type of content, but it's very thought provoking because now you're facing other people. Now you have to do some mind games and see what they have and block their champs and all of that stuff. So I'll talk through a couple of other points and strategies here. So because we're all in bronze yet, you don't have to worry about champ blocking. What I mean by this, if you choose a champ, they cannot choose it, and you cannot have a duplicate of it. Okay? But that's only when you get to gold. Till you get to gold, you can choose 4 UDKs or 4 Duchesses, nobody cares. Everybody can have their fun with the champs they want. But when you move to gold, if this is your plan, if you're in game, prioritize choosing the champs that are MVP for you so that you block the other team from using them. Of course, they can get banned, but yeah, this is how the choice process goes. So here I chose my champs, the opponent chose their champs, and then we'll go against each other. That's an easy team. Like here, I think I just banned UDK, and it was an easy fight after that. Because like everybody, that player level is a lot lower than me, but that's how it goes in the beginning till things settle in a couple of weeks. The important thing is, if we're talking basic strategy here, and that's a mistake that makes it difficult for lower level. Let me speed it up a bit. So, because I don't think we're having issues with this fight, my team is too strong for this. Yeah. So, what you need at least 10 champs built specifically for Arena. If your team is earlier on, you won't have that. Like here, this is probably a stronger player if I remember correctly. And let's see what we do here because, like I said, I was half distracted. I thought I can do this, like I'm doing other areas of the game. But yeah, for basic strategies, what you'll need around 10 champs built specifically for Arena. You don't have the luxury of gear swapping because you have no idea what you're facing till you're facing it. So you don't have time for that swapping. Um, you need at least, so within a certain team, you need at least 3 support champs and 2 nukers. That's what you see me doing here, and you'll see me doing this on both accounts. Because why you need to do that? Because someone would be banned. So one of your support champs will be banned, and one of nukers you will be banned. I'll show you a couple of screenshots towards the end when the opposing team had only 1 nuker. The only thing I needed to do is just ban their nuker, and it's game over. The only painful part is that I'm left with 4 support champs, and the battle goes on for much longer. So let me speed this up a bit. So you see here, this is my strategy. 3 support champs, depending on what champs the other team is choosing, and 2 nukers. Of course, based on affinity and everything, you should have more than 2 nukers prepared, depending on the opposing team's strategy. You should have nukers in stone skin or defense based or protected by Necrit. You should have nukers fast in Lether or Savage. Like here, I don't even remember if I won this one, but here, like you see, his Ramantu just blocked my whole team. Yeah, I think I lost this one. His Hifrak was too strong. Oh, yeah. So that's actually what happens in Live Arena. So you learn, you lose. There is not much there. It's depending on having the number of champs ready. So let me tell you a strategy that I was doing. Let me scroll back a bit and I'll tell you a couple of things that I was doing. So initially what I was doing, I was choosing UDK first because everybody got UDK. I was choosing Python first because he's a fusion. Everybody got Python. And I was hiding my stronger champs till the other team start putting their cards on the board just to surprise them with my Necrits and Barons towards the end. Because that didn't work out that well for me, so what I started doing next is like a scare tactic. So first 2 champs I chose, I think I done that, like Necrit and Baron. I'm telling them I have the Void Legos, I have Ascension on them, probably my team is stronger, what do you want to do about it? So what I'm hoping for here, especially at that lower level when the like matchmaking is not that accurate, I was hoping for people to just get scared and leave the battle. Here, of course, because the other 4 champs are easy to face, so I'll just I banned his Madame, so I'm not sure what level of accuracy she has, and just I kept using the same strategy. It's working better for me. So just 3 support champs. I'm throwing the Void Legos out there, and then 2 nukers, and that's it. After the recording finished, I had a few fights later on that I didn't record. What I was focusing on mainly is that because now till I get to gold, I have 2 duchesses. I just use the 2 duchesses. I don't care which one gets banned. They are both properly built. And yeah, I won myself a couple of matches more than the ones that I lost here. So that's for my in-game account. Let's go now to my Acrisia account, my mid-game account, and show you what this looks like. Yeah, okay. So the problem with mid-game or lower accounts, like for example here, I do have 3 support champs built and 2 nukers, but that's all I have. So that's probably the same issues that you'll face if you are mid-game if you're trying to do live arena. It will be totally depending on your luck there. Like if you notice in all my fights, I won a couple, but I only have these champs built to work on arena, and I don't have options, regardless of what the other team brings. I don't have anyone else built that can work there. So that's the problem you're facing in live arena if you're lower level, that you won't have the same diversity in your roster to accommodate other team comps, the opposing team comp. You'll just put the champs you build there and pray that your builds are better than the other guys. And yep, so I got lucky a couple of times, but like I said, so this is the main thing. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to do any tricks here or mind games. I just have 5 champs built that are viable for arena. One of them is my man-eater who's built fast for the clan boss team that I'm trying to build. So that's it. I don't have many other champs there. Okay. Let me show you now the screenshots. So this is one. So what you're seeing here on the screen is that was like one of the battles where I don't even remember who the nuker was, but I just banned the nuker and then nuked the team. The other one I think is more interesting because that's why Live Arena will be a bit boring and tedious for most players. Like here they had a nuker and I banned him, but I was left facing a well-built UDK, CV, and Duchess, all with polymorph. So that was a tanky team. That was a properly built team. It took me 12 minutes here just to go through these. Just killing UDK and Duchess over and over again using my Rotos. I think they banned my Baron in the first choice. So can I win this fight? Yes. But it took me 12 minutes. Am I able to go through 10 fights per day, 10 minutes on average each? No, probably don't have time with that, especially with everything else in the game. So what we're going towards, if you like that mode very much, you'll have to skip other stuff in the game. But if you skip other stuff in the game, you won't be able to save, like to upgrade your gear. So you're able to build champs properly to face those teams. So it's just more time in the game. Unless they figure out a way of automating and like super raids, but 4x super raids, something like that. Decreasing the amount of time that we're spending in Clan Boss or Hydra or whatever. They need to figure out a solution for the time problem. Otherwise, even people enjoying the PvP, the live arena, and that type of content won't have enough time to enjoy it. So those are my 2 bits regarding Life Arena. Yes, it's interesting and thought-provoking, very time-consuming. The time pressure of doing it at certain times per day might not fit with a lot of players playing that kind of game that prefer to play it on their own time, on their own schedule. Those are my initial impressions. Let me repeat the basic strategies. You need to have 3 support champs, 2 nukers, at least minimum, or multiple options of these if you're in game, so you can adjust based on the opposing team's strategy. They will ban a support champ or a nuker. You'll have the other one and the other two to face the teams. 2 main strategies that came up with. Either start with the weaker parts of your comp till you see what they have, so you decide who you want to bring, and you can surprise them after they put on the board a couple of champs that you have counters for these. You have your warlords, Yumiko, Necrit, all of the good stuff. Or start with your strongest champs and scare them off. Especially early on, you'll face a lot of teams that are not on the same level as you if you're in game. So put your strongest champ ahead, see if they are going to see your bit or they will just retreat. You might get some easy wins this way. Those are my 2 cents for today regarding Live Arena. Keep playing Raid and I'll see you next time.